Alright, guys, today we're talking about current events once more. And you might be like, what's important? The presidency, his tariff policies, what's going on in foreign affairs, current wars? No, actually, Laufey just released a new song, and it's good, and I like Laufey. But we all are wondering now, since she announced her album 2 coming out sometime in August, I think the 22nd, is there going to be a Hunia diss track? Is Megan the Stallion going to be featured? These are important questions, and we need answers. So that is all on the Laufey topic. I'm personally a very big fan of Laufey. She has been my number one musician 2 years in a row. So yeah, I like her music. She's fun to listen to. La 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 la, and I like dancing to her music. Number 2, national parks, right? Why bring this? Why is this current event? Other than the massive defunding of national park services, I'm going to a national park soon. Or my friends and we've been trying to plan something for a while, and I am a bit difficult to plan stuff with, especially because we're trying to take the car that I would use, which is my family's car. I've talked about it before in my sister stealing my first love video. But basically, with that car, it's difficult to get repairs done on cars in my family because we're all such big procrastinators. We have an oil leak and the car's tires need to be rotated or blah blah blah. Car stuff needs to happen, and it's needed to happen for like 2 months. And you don't really want to go on a road trip when you're doing that, but it's whatever. But to my parents, it's not, especially because I would be driving the car. But luckily, I do have AAA, so you know, safe light repair, safe light replace, if you know what they say. And you might be like, oh, what national park? We're going to Zion, which is out of all the national parks, it's not like the flashiest, like I mean, or most well known like Yellowstone or Yosemite or oh my god, Zion's one of my dream national parks to go to just because I love geographical formations and geology. I'm not good at it by any means, but I just like it, you know? And I think that's something people need to accept. I'm not good at it, I just like it. So that's cool. I just think that it's so vibrant colors for stone and all of that. What's even cooler is it's good for archaeology. I don't really understand how, but I mean, I understand how because it's lots of layers of rocks and then there's carbon dating and then you can see the time period based off of the layers of rock, blah blah blah, rock, in other words. We have been trying to go to Zion for like 2 months and we've had plans, but it's just difficult because we're all busy on the weekends and then we also need cars. So I've kind of just been like, we need to start planning that we can't use my car to finally get this done. And it would just be 3 people, maybe 4. We're thinking about getting a fourth. I need to talk to another person about getting a fourth. But it's a very simple national park. It's cool, desert. I mean, I might go climbing there just because I like climbing. I'm not good at it at all. A lot of things that I like, but I'm not good at. But it would just be fun to go climbing on the rocks because I think that's what it's well known for, other than the fact that it's just a national park, is the climbing. And there aren't many lights there, so if you stay late, you get to see all the stars in the sky. Number one enemies has got to be light pollution. I'm actually going to college all the way in Alaska. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. You might be like, why? Dude, to be honest, I don't really know. I just thought it would be cool and fun. But also because they have low light pollution and the aurora borealis. I think depression can be solved with the aurora borealis. You have someone verge of suicide, show them the aurora borealis. And they're going to be happy. It's that simple. I'm really excited to try something vastly different than my Californian life. I'm looking forward so much, and you might be like, "What's your major?" Fish. How'd you choose fish out of all your majors? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, my good old faithful. I have let eeny, meeny, miny, mo take so many important life decisions for me, and it's worked out perfectly. I mean, I'd say I'm definitely a yes guy to a lot of things. So some people who are more planned and meticulous for what they want to do, eeny, meeny, miny, mo is not going to be their best friend. But for me, I just kind of go with the flow. I'm excited for a lot of stuff. So it just works out. It works out perfectly when I eeny, meeny, miny, mo and I full send what that result is because fate got it for me. And when fate says you're going to become a famous YouTuber, then fate means it. No, national parks, it's been fun because I didn't realize people didn't just go to national parks growing up. You know, apparently I'm finding out a lot of people don't go outside, and that's kind of sad because outside is very, very pretty. It's like you go outside, the sun is there, and the rocks are there, and the trees are there, and maybe there's an animal there. There's a lake in the distance there, and then you smile because it is beautiful, and the air feels so fresh, and it is nice. But yeah, I mean, I personally have not been too many national parks. I'm trying to think. I can't, like, I've entirely blanked on the ones I've been to. The only one I know I can think of right now is Yosemite, which, oh my God, I love Yosemite. And I've been around the Yosemite area. So I've been to Mammoth. I'm pretty sure I'm going up to Mammoth actually this summer. Mammoth is a lot of fun. There are hot springs, there are cold springs, there are boats, there are mountains. It's a very pretty area to stay. But Yosemite itself, beautiful. I love El Cap and what's the other mountain there? I forgot the name. But there are two mountains there. There's El Cap and the other one. I want to say Big Sur, but I don't think so. And then also the phenomenon known as the Firefall, the Yosemite Firefall. If you haven't looked it up, do it. It's very pretty, and I think that's something you have to see in real life because it's beautiful. It's just one of the things. Natural phenomena, no matter how much you see it online, there's an incredibly large and vast difference between seeing things online and in person. And with COVID just being online so much, that thrill and that idea has been kind of lost to people, especially of my generation, because it's inexplicable to explain the beauty of certain sceneries. Like, seeing this on the photo is like, wow, wow, whoo, wow. But seeing it in real life, you just, like, you reach out your hands and you get a scale for how far away you are and how vast these mountains are. And then you feel the wind that comes down from the mountain ranges. And it's an experience because you're not just looking at it with one of your senses. You're getting the entire experience of the photo with all five of your senses being stimulated in some way. I love national parks. I love outside. I haven't been going outside because school. And I think sometimes school makes you so busy you forget, like, you're human. And I think it's not absurd to say humans just are naturally happier when they're outside, out and about, just doing their own, going primal. You know, maybe you and your friends should get together sometime, wear loincloths, grab some spears, and hunt down bison. I think it's a little group bonding activity that you can all try. So, I'm going to be like every YouTuber right now. Please subscribe. But, right, here's why you should subscribe to me. And you can totally skip this. I don't really care. But it makes me happy, right? I'm at 41 subscribers right now. And my plan is to become famous, right? You can be OG. And then you can say, if you subscribe now, you can be like, oh yeah, William1, I was watching him when he had less than 100 subs. And then all your friends will be like, okay, that's, shut up. But it also makes me very happy. I do this, number one, just to talk to myself and get more thoughts and opinions consolidated in my head. So then when I speak to other people about these ideas, I have a clear and present precedent of my ideas on the topic. And also, because I'd consider myself rather entertaining. I mean, I hope I make people laugh. Otherwise, that would be pretty embarrassing if I just tell some jokes and then nobody laughs. And I'm doing this as I'm speaking. I walk in here and I just grab 2 photos or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, however many, no script, maybe like one idea of what I want to say, and I go. And I just go. You're getting me authentic and raw. You're getting me raw. But yeah, you shouldn't subscribe for you, but for me, because I smile. I go, wow, this video, this is a new subscriber. And then I make a little clay doll that looks just like you. And then I put it in my clay doll collections, and then I make them all kiss later. But, that's the end of that spiel of please subscribe. La la la. If you don't subscribe, at least go to national parks, because this is, I mean, Teddy Roosevelt wrote about the Grand Canyon, one of the wonders of the world, and it was literally just him being in awe from it and saying, no photos, no scripture, nothing can capture how vast and beautiful it is. I don't know the exact words of it, but he basically summarizes the idea that I've been trying to convey about national parks just being amazing, and you have to go see them. And I don't really meet people who are sad at national parks or outside. Like, when I go on hikes or stuff, just outside, hikes, walks, I meet people who are just like, this is such a cool rock. Like, one of my favorite things to do, because, I talk to strangers on hikes because usually they're chillers. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get stabbed 17 times, but that's how someone gets stabbed 17 times, and then it's on the news, and then everyone's like, ah, no. But it's fun talking to them because I mean, you're all just like, you all go brain dead, and you're like, whoa, look at these walks, aren't they cool? It's so beautiful. This whole valley is so beautiful. This whole thing is swag. Wow, it's so epic. Because it's difficult to articulate emotions of just sheer wonder. Just go see national parks is what I'm trying to say. They're beautiful. I've never met anybody who goes, "Oh, I could have I regret my time." I mean, sure you could be playing Minecraft. Anyways, thank you for coming back to my propaganda session. Y como siempre, adios, chachas.